Today we're at the second half of this Durham Museum in the basement down there, and this is all the history of Omaha, so we'll go ahead and show that now. Well, here's Ernest Buffett. Hey, look, Brenda. 12 cents for soup. Oh, man. Everybody's favorite, Spam, 15 cents. I'll pass. Pickles, 5 cents. Old Coca-Cola. Check out those cornflakes, Post Toasties. Okay, getting around Omaha. For almost 90 years, streetcars were a common sight in Omaha. Of course, here's the streetcar. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, and this how the news was done. Omaha amusement. They've got a lot of stuff in here. This is a very, very good museum. It talks about the Union Stock Yards. And telephone communications, livestock exchange, First National Bank of Omaha. There's Bank of Illinois, Globe Bank. This is how a lot of things were done back in the early days. The term hard time tokens refers to private tokens issued during the presidential administration of Andrew Jackson and Martin B. Van Buren. The hard times were brought by Jackson economic policies and accumulated in the panic of the 1837. Hard times tokens contain commentary regarding Jackson and Van Buren's actions in the United States. They had lots of tokens. Story of money. Almost all societies have some medium of exchange money that allows members to accumulate and exchange items of value. Money can be of the most of any material or shape as long as members of the local community agree on its worth. Sometimes it is the object itself that is valuable, such as silver coin that has value, like the bullion. Other times, the item passing as currency represents the status and power of its maker and backer, like the dollar bill. Lewis and Clark, of course, which Lewis Clark was, they'd gone through here. And of course the tribes of yesterday and today. And here's Standing Bear.
In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson signed the Louisiana Purchase, doubling the size of the United States overnight. The new land included the Great Prairie, plains cloaked in rolling tall grass, seemingly endless. To the young United States, the new frontier was a mystery, What was out there? What were its secrets? Word spread of this pristine vista. Fur traders, missionaries, and settlers discovered what Indian tribes had known for generations. This was the natural break in the land, providing the most direct route across the continental divide. The first waves of change began in the 1840s. Mormon pioneers passed through on their way west, seeking religious freedom. Soon after, tales of gold in California lured thousands of fortune seekers across the country. The Kansas-Nebraska Act opened Nebraska territory for settlement in May 1854, and the region changed forever. Within months, new residents were calling this upstart frontier town Omaha City, a name derived from a local Indian tribe. An entrepreneurial spirit rode the current into town, and it quickly became a major outfitting city for pioneers heading west. In just one day in 1857, 150 new residents arrived. Amid the flood of newcomers, Omaha drew its share of shady characters. The city was on the verge of becoming a lawless town, its people struggling to make their fortune in the wide open West. But among them were also the young entrepreneurs, Coons, Creighton, Paxton, Dodge, who were about to set the course for prosperity. In the mid-1800s, debates raged across the country about the construction of a railroad line to link the east and west coasts. The biggest question was where to build the line. Railroad engineer Grenville Dodge found the best way west, across the Great Plains of Nebraska and over the Continental Divide, just as the pioneers had done before. Abraham Lincoln owned land in Council Bluffs and naturally thought of Iowa as the eastern terminus when he signed the Railroad Act. But no bridge existed across the Missouri River. Omaha's entrepreneurs exploited this oversight. Construction for the railroad's westward expansion began at Omaha. The railroad helped to transform Omaha into one of the fastest growing cities in America. From 1880 to 1890, the area's population tripled, swelling to more than 100,000. But the tide went out with the Depression of 1893, a fiscal mess thicker than Mississippi mud. By this time, Omaha had quietly spilled over the banks of its reputation as a little cow town. South Omaha quickly became a lively, prosperous community, thanks to the stockyards and the packing industry. Nicknamed the Magic City, South Omaha's population climbed to more than 10,000 within 3 years of the Union Stockyards opening. The city bustled with electric lights, telephones, and streetcars, but had yet to shed its frontier image. The city's best and brightest believed that somehow they had to let the world know. It was time for a coming out party in the age of expositions. Omaha had the capital, the commercial traffic, and the clear space to build a spectacle of international scale. 2.5 million people came to the fabulous Trans-Mississippi Exposition in 1898, and what they saw amazed them. A new world of culture and technology kept audiences coming back for 5 months. Perhaps it was the taste of Trans-Mississippi's grandeur that made Omaha hungry to serve up the dream city it had presented. With the dawn of the 20th century, the city's attitude shifted. A new civic pride found voice in every neighborhood. At the turn of the century, the pictures of photographer Louis Bostwick documented the changing city. The birth of Omaha's Union Station and an art community worthy of the city's newfound culture. Everyone, from the packing house laborers to the ex-Arbonne court, seemed to realize at once that to be a great city, the people of Omaha needed to do great things. In the 1920s and 30s, dreams of a great city were realized in brick and stone. A new livestock exchange building was completed in 1926. Theaters opened, followed by the Joslin Art Museum in 1931. All were landmarks of a city in full bloom. Through the early 1920s, Union Station was busier than ever. Railroad ticket sales soared. Construction began on a new depot in 1929. It opened in 1931. The station stayed busy through World War II, with up to 64 trains carrying as many as 10,000 soldiers and civilians each day. From 1948 to 1992, Offutt Air Force Base was home to the Strategic Air Command, a major communications hub and military center throughout the Cold War. With the base's help, Omaha became a major communications center. Banking, insurance, and telecommunications in the city flourished. The arrival of the interstate in the 1960s proved that Omaha had grown beyond its railroad heritage. Still, the city remained a crossroads for the nation. Today, the city is alive with culture, innovation, and growth. It is home to several Fortune 500 companies, leading universities, world-class medical centers, and unparalleled museums and cultural institutions. The frontier is still here, too. Omaha's founders carved a city of promise out of the wilderness. Their vision is reflected in the opportunities born every day in Omaha. With every challenge, the people of Omaha have used their heritage of ingenuity to make a history of their own. Because when you have a firm grasp of where you've been, it's far easier to chart your course for the future. Welcome to the Durham Museum, where we invite you to embrace your heritage. At every bend in our river of history, you'll find human dramas that have shaped the unique character of Omaha.
Here's how they used to move houses. Good old steam tractor. Well, what to eat. Now, I think I'm gonna go with the romaine steak salad. Yeah, I got my beer already. Well, here's my steak salad, and here's Brenda's chicken salad. Oh, they look good. Now I'm gonna eat. Well, we're downtown here, and it's kind of a neat little place. Uh-oh, Brenda found something. Gelato.